system. What?
Is this like it?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
This is it.
Alright, cool.
But, yeah. What's up?
Not much. Living life.
Yeah. Just hitting the gym.
It's guys being dudes.
Just guys being dudes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm still sore from yesterday.
Good.
Like, honestly, I can't do it. What is it called? The exercise I tried doing that I couldn't do. Like, I was like going backwards.
Barbell curls?
No. It was we were doing it upstairs, and I was like trying to
Pulse ups?
pulse ups. Yeah, and like my legs were reaching the other end of like my body.
Dog, it looked like you had scoliosis. You were swerving the lanes.
But I saw Us tonight.
How was that?
It was fucking fantastic. So it's about you're not gonna see it, are you?
Probably not.
No. Well, I mean, to each his own. I mean, if you're a little pussy boy about it, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's about this family of well, the non-spoiler version of it is this it's about this family that's they go on a trip to their summer home. They get there and they find out like they have these doppelgangers, and like these doppelgangers are like trying to kill them, and it was fucking fantastic. The twist was awesome. Second act, little could have used a little better writing and like the motivation of the villain and everything. And I'm like being completely honest. It was a little sloppy, but like the twist in it like completely made up for it. And now for the spoiler version. So like the whole movie is like around this woman, right? And whenever she was a child back in the 80s, she and I'm just gonna give you a synopsis of the film, honestly. Like back in the 80s when she was still a child, she goes to this carnival and she goes inside of this fun house and she finds like a little girl that looks identical to her and like has the same clothes on and everything. And then like you flash forward and like it's her family and they go to this summer home, and like she's experiencing all of these weird coincidences. You know, there's like this part where there's like 11:11 on the clock in their room, and it's like all of these weird like little like symmetrical things, which is like one of the tropes in the whole movie is like this weird kind of symmetry. And like right before her and her husband are about to go to bed, they see these four people out in their driveway, and it's like her husband, her daughter, and her son, and exact copies of them. And like they basically come in and they invade their house. And what happens after that? Hang on. Hydrate or dihydrate, baby. But they end up they go in and they like take all these people hostage. And you at first you think that it's like this like one scenario, like it's just this family that it's happening to, but then you see like this other couple. It's like this white yuppie couple, and you see them get killed in like a second by their doubles. They have doppelgangers too, and they finally get away. The original like family get away from their doppelgangers, and you actually see them watching the news, and it's explaining that all over the country, like these people are being murdered by people that look exactly like them. And so these people are like, we got to do something about this. And what ends up happening is they end up killing like their alternative versions of themselves, just like the four main people. And the woman comes face to face, like with her doppelganger. And so like they're having this conversation, and I'm gonna spoil it for you. The doppelganger of like the main character, it's that little girl from the fun house, and she ends up I know I keep saying that a lot, but what ends up happening is the little girl, whenever she had initially met her clone, the clone choked her out and like put her with, because like and another thing I should have mentioned this, the fun house actually has like an entrance to it where it leads to this tunnel, and you find out that the clones are actually a government project, and they were trying to clone people, and what they found out was like, and that's sort of the message of the whole movie, is that like you can make an exact clone of a body, but like you can't clone a soul. And so like, and these clones are actually called tethers, and like, so they're both tethered to one soul, but like the government basically figured out, like, before anything else in the movie happens, you know, like for the world building, they explained that like the government said that like the humans were actually more advanced than their like their counterparts, their tethers, so they were the ones that were sent up like onto Earth to live, and the tethers are in these tunnels and like living for years and years and years and decades, and like it's this weird thing. Like there's a scene, because everything that the people do on like the surface ground, their corresponding tether is doing the same thing. So like there's a scene where they're going through the amusement park, and you see these people in a roller coaster, and then you actually get flipped down into like the catacombs where all of the tethers are, and you see these people like shaking like they're like lined up beside you. It's the weirdest fucking thing, but it's awesome. But
what's with the kid?
The little girl?
Yeah, the little boy.
Oh, the little boy.
Cause like, doesn't he like trigger it or something?
No. The woman. So that's actually where the plot comes in, or the twist comes in. Is
What's
that
with the mask that he has on?
The mask that he has on, it's sort of just like a symbolic thing, because his like alternative version also wears a mask, but it's because like you find out that like he has like these burn scars. Not the real boy, but like the doppelganger, the tether boy, the clone. He has like these scars, and there's a whole other theory that goes along with that, but it's not like officially part of the movie, so I'm not really gonna go into it. But what ends up happening is you find out that, like I said, this fun house is actually the entrance to like this tunnel that like spans the entirety of the United States. Like everybody has their own doppelganger. The twist at the ending is this: the woman ends up, her son gets kidnapped by her clone, and she takes him down to like these tunnels, and whenever she goes to confront her clone about it, you find out that like in the opening shot of the movie, whenever it's like a flashback back to the 1980s, when the main character was a little girl, when she went into the fun house and met her clone for the first time, there's like an extended version of that scene where by the end of it, the clone actually chokes out the main character, and they switch places at the beginning of the movie. So the entire movie, it's actually the doppelganger. Like the whole movie is the clone as the regular woman.
Yeah.
And I know that doesn't really make that much sense, but it's fucking insane.
So when the doppelgangers come, and it's like the mom with them, that's the original mom?
That's the original mom.
So she was really only trying to kill the doppelganger mom?
Yeah, she was trying to, and that's the whole reason why they came up to the surface, was because she was the only human in the tunnel, and they sort of looked at her as a leader. And like there's all this like, there's a lot of like political commentary, which I mean it's fine. I mean, but yeah, it was damn good filmmaking, honestly. Like I don't get scared by movies. Like it genuinely frightened me at like some moments.
Really?
And it wasn't like pop-up scares. It was like really just like the idea that they had.
Shit.
It was very psychological.
Nice.
And like I'm afraid to look into my mirror now. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
It's interesting that Jordan Peele's like doing the whole.
Oh yeah,
thing.
I think like he completely surprised me. I haven't seen Get Out, but I've heard about like how great Get Out is. But it really does, because you know, like I grew up watching him on Key and Peele.
Yeah, same.
And like, yeah, I mean it was funny, but like he has made some truly good horror movies, and like especially now that like horror movies are, I feel like horror movies are sort of coming into a renaissance.
That's what I was about to say. Like freaky is like coming back.
It's coming back, and like more subtle stuff, not
Yeah.
like your Insidiouses or your Paranormal Activities,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like that was sort of the craze for a really long time there. But like we're getting to the point where people are taking more of a mature approach to horror, and I really appreciate that. Like the recent Halloween movie was fantastic, and like, and that's the great thing
Even
about
like, just like I guess like the interest in like serial killers,
how like
because Zac Efron's playing Ted Bundy.
yeah, he's being Ted Bundy
in that upcoming.
And then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
which
I was reading about it today. It's not going to be like a movie about the Manson family, but
it's gonna yeah.
And I watched a thing on it today.
I did too.
And it was about like how people think that this is going to be one of Quentin Tarantino's most important films. He explains it in a video like how the cinema is almost dead. The actual doing of like, or the practice of going to a movie theater or going to a cinema and sitting down and enjoying a movie, that experience is sort of like going downhill now, especially with streaming services.
Yeah.
And like you've seen the like the synopsis on Wikipedia of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What is it? I'll read it verbatim here. The synopsis is, in 1969, Los Angeles, a former Western star and his longtime stunt double struggle to find success in a Hollywood that they don't recognize anymore. And that's sort of what's like happening now. We're living in a time where a lot of movies have started like strictly straight to video to like streaming services. And it's kind of, it's kind of upsetting. I mean, I can see how it's upsetting to some people, especially people like Quentin Tarantino, who like, this is someone who's probably seen like Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark and E.T., like all in the actual movie theater.
And also, to be fair, like our generation had some real like filmmaking.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because like thinking about like going to a movie theater and like seeing like a big film, I would say like the Batmans, the Indiana Jones, like those are still the films that are like memorable.
Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, and this movie is sort of like, because Quentin Tarantino's gone on record of saying that he's only gonna make 10 movies, and this is his 9th. Yeah, have you not heard that?
No, I haven't.
Like he's like, it's been on multiple interviews, and like he's said it a lot of times, and he's like, yeah, that's the plan. But I feel like this movie is going to be an homage to him, because like his movies came out, especially his good ones like Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, all of his sort of like early 90s stuff, and then sort of into the 2000s. All of that was in the movie theater. Like you had to go buy a ticket, whatever. And that's the Hollywood he grew up with, was the actual like, the movie stars, like the fame, the the whatever, the glitter, the shininess of like actual Hollywood.
Yeah.
And like and even now, like Iron Man 3 was completely filmed in Cary, North Carolina. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I mean, they did some like principal photography and like landscape stuff in like other places, but most of the acting was done, and like CGI stuff was done in Cary, North Carolina. So like the people are sort of decentralizing from Hollywood now. Like there are still movies being made in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But like there's also like Atlanta is growing as a film place. New York, of course. Like Michigan, Texas, places like that. They're actually growing some pretty credible, movie production industries there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that sort of makes Quentin Tarantino like sad, and of course, like I can already tell from the trailer, this is gonna be like Stranger Things. It's just gonna be like nostalgia porn.
Yeah.
Like especially like for the late 60s.
Yep.
And like that. Oh yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
Love it,
dude.
Indiana Jones kind of gives me a pickle. But this movie's sort of paralleling to him, and like
back to the like point, like this freaky shit, I'm into it.
freaky shit.
Yeah, like, dude.
I mean, like the Manson family. Like, I didn't really realize until like a week ago, like how many like famous people were involved in.
Oh
the
yeah, that
Manson
shit was
stuff.
crazy.
Like, what was it? Sharon Tate, Steve McQueen,
Yeah.
like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
All of these like really big people from
One
like
of the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
The Manson family lived
Like,
with that Beach Boy.
That he basically like Charles Manson antagonized him.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's really just fascinating. All of it is. I would honestly love to see like probably not a Jonestown movie because there is so much about Jonestown.
Yeah.
I would be
really
well. I mean, like just in the story of Jonestown, it would probably do better as like a mini series or hell, even a TV show. They could probably pump out like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
I honestly think so.
But like me and you, we were talking about the Manson family. I think that would make like a phenomenal like film.
I do too.
I don't know how they would do it, just because like it'd be rough.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like Charles Manson, he went into like multiple like homes for boys. You know, like
oh yeah,
like
he had a shitty childhood.
Yeah, he was like raped multiple times
Yeah.
in like all of these homes for boys, and like I don't want to sympathize with Charles Manson because like he's a evil person, but like
he's also a fucking ridiculously smart person.
See, I don't know, because everyone like makes Charles Manson out to be like this.
I think
let me get to my point.
Fascinating guy.
I mean, he's a fascinating guy, but he's almost like fascinating. Like, I mean, you've seen like videos of him talking. He's like, oh, and like it's weird.
But he also like talks about, and it's like it happened, and you're like, damn, got him.
Yeah, but
and like he was saying this shit like, I'm gonna live forever. That crazy old bastard lived to be old as low key.
Yeah, like the thing about Charlie Manson is, I get like, and like I said, I don't want to sympathize with him, but he's like, a lot of the shit that he went through was because like, you know, there's like nature versus nurture. Oh, like the reason I truly think like the reason he became how he was like through nurture, because like he went through, like his mother was a whore.
Yeah.
Like a 100%.
Yeah, she was a prostitute. Yeah.
Like she sold her coochie for crack. Like, in the most literal sense that can happen.
But at the same time, like the crimes that he committed before that shit was like a lot of like robbery.
Yeah, like really just petty stuff.
Yeah, petty stuff. And he spent his entire life in prison.
Yeah. And like he got to the point where he was like, I would rather be in prison now than like actually be out in the world. You know, he wanted to be like he was a musician.
He wanted to be a folk singer. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to low key.
His music's not
the Manson family
bad.
It's not. Is like, the thing.
But like can't say that too loud.
Yeah, we can't make that like known.
You can't be riding around bumping that Charlie Manson.
Like, and actually the Beach Boys like recorded one of his songs, and they didn't give him credit for it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, don't piss off a crazy man.
Yeah. I'd say drugs had a lot to do with it.
Yeah. You think, Chan?
Yeah. I do believe.
But there's just so much like with the Charles Manson.
They were eating LSD like candy back in the day, dog.
They was popping that shit like Tic Tacs. But yeah, he's one of those guys. Like, if he was the same fucking person, he would have been great. You know, I mean, I would put him like with Hitler. You know, I mean, like terrible fucking people. However, kind of smart.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe not the Hitler thing, but
that was good.
That was a little out there. It was a little out there.
Edgy. I like it.
A little edgy. I like that. That's what we're all about here.
Demons and
I don't know, like the whole possession thing didn't really scare me, and really, like I don't find it scary. I find like real shit scary, like paying taxes and commitment. like, like that's the kind of shit that scares me. Not like demons and ghouls and shit.
It gets you thinking.
It does get you thinking. And like this Us movie is gonna be on my brain for like probably a good week or so. We're back. Don't want to get political or nothing. However, did you see the Converse ad?
You mentioned it. I don't think I saw it.
Let's peep this out. New Converse ad. Let's peep this out.
There was a young woman who lived in a shoe. She had lots of ambition, intelligence too, but every promotion would go to some hack. So she quit her dumb job and didn't look back. There was a...
First of all,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful.
In a shoe. She didn't have time to be told what to do. She traveled the world and had no plans to wet.
How empowering.
Converse. Freaking shoe of
empowerment.
CEOs.
The shoe of lady warriors.
It was her right to choose the life that she led.
I mean, damn.
What is she, a skater?
They're shoes. they're fucking shoes.
Yeah.
Let's keep watching.
There was a young woman who lived in a shoe. She was called every name, even a shrew. But this little queen...
Oh, this little queen. This poor girl. It's called a shrew.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, you really do.
You hate to see it.
There was a little girl who lived in a shoe. You hate to see it. You really do.
She had better things to do than listen to pathetic trolls scream at her for being a smart, confident woman.
Them trolls, man.
Those trolls.
Wow. Glad Converse felt like they need to say something.
Oh yeah. I mean, no. To be fair, no one else has been. Honestly, like, let's break this down.
From a fundamental standpoint.
There was a PR agent who lived in a ditch, and Jesus Christ, was she a
Where the f*** does the shoe come in at?
Yeah, like, isn't
That
this a
commercial
shoe ad?
Yeah.
It was
the
like
the only thing that showed a Converse was her fucking house.
Like, are you saying all women live in houses? Fucking pig. I don't understand, like, why corporations... I mean, it's like with the Kaepernick thing and then, like, the Gillette commercial. It's just... I don't get it. Is it because I'm a cis male?
I mean, for
Is
that...
it my heteronormativity? Because, I mean, I can
that ad, though,
I can fix
like,
that. I mean, at least...
I don't see what they were conveying. Like, what do you have to do with the shoe? I would understand it if it was, like, you can, like, express yourself, but, like...
It has nothing to do with the shoe.
Yeah. Like, there was no Converse in that ad other than the fucking house.
Yeah.
It's just kind of unnecessary, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're a fucking shoe company.
Yeah.
And, like, you wanna empower the people you're paying a nickel an hour to make your shoes. Like these people that are starving in your rat factories, sewing together canvas. And, like, I love Chucks.
You really came for their life right there. I'm not gonna flex.
But, like, you're a shoe company, sell shoes.
Yeah.
Like, that, you're not. Nobody really cares.
It's just unnecessary.
It kind of is. Next meme. Yeah, I just think it's sort of it's overkill.
Yeah.
And it's sort of overdone. I mean, Converse,
yeah.
get a new meme, bro.
I mean,
get a new meme.
It is Nike now, so.
Yeah. I didn't actually think of that. Now that makes a lot more fucking sense.
This shit's whack. I'm hitting chest.
It's whack. I'm hitting chest.
About to go in the bathroom and hit some core for this party.
Oh my god.
Got to get my way ball again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What else have we talked? How's the Motley movie?
It is nasty, dog.
Really?
It's.
I'm not a Motley fan, man.
Oh, neither am I.
Really?
I mean, it's cocaine rock.
Yeah. It's coke rock.
Dude, it's gritty.
It is. Like, would you put it? Is it seriously like more intense than Wolf on Wall Street? Would you say?
100%.
Like, give me an example.
Okay, so, pretty much just a scene. They're on tour with Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
And Ozzy
Who plays Ozzy?
I don't know. He like walks out there and he's like, "Boys, like, cocaine, whiskey, sex will f you up."
Yeah.
As he's wearing a dress. Says he needs a bump. And they're like, "Ozzy, we ain't got no coke." So he gets on the ground, snorts a line of ants on the pavement. Then he pisses on the ground and licks it up. And then Nikki Sixx,
God.
the bass player from Motley Crue, pisses on the ground. And Ozzy shoves him out of the way and licks up his piss. Dude, so like, over break, I fucked up.
What'd you do?
Fucking watched the YouTube video on snakes.
Which one?
It was
You're
like
gonna have to narrow that down a little bit.
It was like a live feeding video.
Ooh.
And like, shit's kind of interesting. So
After about the third rabbit, my shit up.
Ever since, I was like, damn, like, about to learn about some snakes. And like now, my fucking YouTube feed
It's just snake.
fucking snake videos.
It's like
Deathly afraid of snakes.
It's like you look on your recommended snake eats mouse, snake eats rabbit, Shane Dawson fucks snake. I'm not into like interspecies erotica, but I do watch Shane Dawson. What's wrong with me? Yeah, what else is in the news? What else we got here? Oh, you know what we should do? Subreddit time. I'll put that post.
I was about to say, that's gonna be shite.
It's gonna be shite. What subreddit shall we look at today? I'm kind of feeling old people Facebook, honestly.
Old people Facebook? Wait, get back.
Found this on Facebook Marketplace and can't stop thinking about it. There we go.
Got him.
Look at his face. Oh my god. Name this plant, please. George. I guess I got what I asked for. Oh my god. My favorite one is, it comes with, oh god, I gotta find it. It's with great sadness in my heart that my 49-year-old son Shane died this morning. And it's all these fucking laughing emojis.
It's the crying laughing emoji.
Yeah. That'd be funny if like all the other old people like had commented on it and also put like the crying laughing emojis. My grandmother got a Bitmoji, and she would like send me Bitmojis all the time. She doesn't have Snapchat, but she has Bitmoji.
I FaceTimed my dad for the first time the other day, and he was on the phone like up here.
That must be nice.
It's pretty spiritual.
Is it pretty nice?
Pretty nice. Very, very cool.
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. Coward missed call. Oh my god.
Old people be turning up.
Dude, for real. Like, whenever I'm old, I'm definitely doing wheelchair mosh pit hour.
Oh, I'm just gonna be the most hateful on the block.
Really?
Oh.
Like, how?
I don't know, just...
You're just gonna be an asshole.
I mean, like, I understand grumpy-ass old people, because, like, the youth, honestly. It's like, I served in Vietnam, and you're out here playing freaking Lil Pump in your Mazda Miata.
I think like the most
If you've lived your life that long,
like you're just to the point where like I don't give a fuck about what you
exactly. Everyone's like, yeah, like grandkids and all that, but like honestly, you've lived your life. Like, just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it.
Just be calm.
Just like raise that middle finger.
Exactly.
That little bony arthritis-ridden middle finger. As high as you can.
Fucking punk is driving up the street in his straight piped Ford truck,
that's never gonna see mud.
Which is what I drive.
Yeah.
Let's get that clear. Like, if I was that old dude sitting on the porch, I'd be like, this kid, go get a job and a haircut.
Fucking hippie.
Exactly.
I love it when old people say like you
gave your dirt stash.
You hippie.
That's what everyone's saying.
Yeah, that's what. Let's get a vote out there, all of our listeners. All two of you. Should Chandler shave his mustache?
Mom?
The answer coming up soon.
Mom, I know you want me to shave it. Nothing's really happening, but I'm keeping the dream alive.
I'm gonna like put an edit of like that picture of you and like do a close up of it.
Nice.
They're like a how much time we got on here right now? Could honestly probably wrap it up here pretty soon.
That'll conclude.
It's going to conclude the first AlphaLads podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe and follow us on Instagram at AlphaLads Official Podcast.
Podcast Official.
Podcast Official. Thank you.
Got him.
Got him.